Jewish law emphasized fair treatment of prisoners, including the prohibition against striking the accused. In the overarching providence of God, the unfair, illegal treatment of Jesus only served to move the ball forward. The illegal trial of Jesus begins. Welcome to Bible Study Hub. I'm Ann Wiggins. Let's get right back into the Gospel of John. We're in chapter 18, and today we'll do verses 19 to 24. I'm reading from the Legacy Standard Bible. Here we go. This is what it says. The high priest then questioned Jesus about his disciples and about his teaching. Jesus answered him, I have spoken openly to the world. I always taught in the synagogues and in the temple, where all the Jews come together, and I spoke nothing in secret. Why do you question me? Question those who have heard what I spoke to them. Behold, they know what I said. And when he had said this, one of the officers standing nearby gave Jesus a slap, saying, Is that the way you answer the high priest? Jesus answered him, If I have spoken wrongly, bear witness of the wrong. But if rightly, why do you strike me? So Annas sent him bound to Caiaphas, the high priest. Jesus' trial begins. This will be a sham in every possible way. The religious leaders will knowingly break all the rules, which we're going to point out as we go along. And if you've ever simply thought that what happened to Jesus was unfair, please know it was also illegal. First of all, Annas begins the interrogation at night. We mentioned this a couple days ago, but right off the bat, it's an illegal trial. You can't do it at night. Also, this was during a festival, Passover, which was also illegal. Reading from the Talmud, where all the extra laws outside of the Bible were written down, this is what it says in the Talmud. Criminal processes can neither commence nor terminate, but during the course of the day. If the person be acquitted, the sentence may be pronounced during that day, but, and this is really important, but if he be condemned, the sentence cannot be pronounced till the next day. But no kind of judgment is to be executed either on the eve of the Sabbath or on the eve of any festival. They totally tossed that out. Annas didn't care. Speaking of whom, it was the high priest's duty prior to anything else to call witnesses, beginning with those for the defense. So there was a responsibility here to allow Jesus to have witnesses. Do you notice what's missing from this story? There's no witnesses. Also, witnesses couldn't be called at night. So the whole thing needs to be stopped right this minute. Jesus, knowing the law, said that if his teaching was in question, evidence should be heard, as was customary. And if you know that verse 21 takes on deeper significance, let's read that one more time because I want you to hear this. This is what Jesus says in response to the law that they all knew. He says in verse 21, Why do you question me? Question those who have heard what I spoke to them. Behold, they know what I said. Jesus is so innocent. Don't miss this. He opens up the entire population as possible witnesses. He says, I never said anything in secret. Ask anyone who heard my teaching in the usual places, and they'll tell you what I said. You know, nobody who isn't truly 100% innocent would ever say that. And then, unthinkable, Jesus gets slapped across the face. You can take this fact home because nothing has changed over 2,000 years. When evil people can't compete in the arena of facts and law, they turn violent instead. All that had to be said here was simply, oh, you're right, we're out of order. Let's get witnesses. Let's reconvene during the day, not on a Sabbath and not in a festival, in daylight hours. Now, of course, they would never do that because they knew that they were scoundrels. but they didn't care. They didn't want their illegal actions pointed out. And so they initiated the first of a night overflowing with physical abuse of an innocent man. But here's another aspect of the slap you should know. Jewish law emphasized fair treatment of prisoners, including the prohibition against striking the accused. So let's recap so far what has happened that is totally illegal in Jesus's trial. 1, held at night. 2, held during a festival, the Passover. 3, no defense witnesses called. 4, the accused is physically assaulted. 5, we think probably this was held at the house of Annas, which, if true, also illegal. So we have 4 to 5 things right this minute that should make this entire trial get tossed out. And yet the trial continues. In the overarching providence of God, the unfair, illegal treatment of Jesus only served to move the ball forward. If anyone at the helm had taken a step back at this moment and said, what we're doing is illegal, the whole crucifixion timing and everything would have actually gotten all messed up. God is so sovereign that he can take the free will of man and his sin and his mess ups and his mistakes, and he can somehow still accomplish his will through and despite all of it. And taking a step back and looking at the whole of the trial and the crucifixion, if you don't walk away with that, from that, saying the sovereignty of God is just unbelievable, then you've missed a big part of the story. Let's rest in the sovereignty of God today. Whatever it is you're going through, even if he didn't cause it, he's still in charge. He's still sovereign over our lives. He is sovereign over the universe. He knows exactly what's going on, and he will accomplish his purposes, even with, despite, and through all the craziness that this world can throw at you. Praise God for that, and praise God that neither men nor demons nor Satan, nothing was able to thwart God's will in bringing salvation to people like you and me. Oh, I'm so grateful. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks so much for joining me for Bible Study Hub. Our videos go live on YouTube and Facebook at 6 a.m. Eastern Time every day, and I hope it's a way for you to start your day out focusing a little bit in on the Lord and on his word, praising him for what he's done for us. It makes for a great day. Until tomorrow, have a good one, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.